Hello YouTubers! Well boy, this brings back memories because this time a year ago, a little more than a year, I was doing a video for the Midnight Half-Blood Prince. So I'm going, and if you check the time, are you ready for this? Right now it is 3:48 in the afternoon. That is the actual time because it is a midnight and Harry Potter midnights are crazy. I also have, are you ready? Are you ready? My A Very Potter musical on my iPod, so I'm all ready to go there, and you will see me either tomorrow or early this morning doing another review. As you can see, 2 nights ago, or a night ago, I went to the Midnight Deathly Hallows premiere. It was so much fun. It was totally worth the 11 hours total I spent at the theater. Here's a caveat. Harry Potter movies are hard to review because some people liked it, some people hated it. That's the way it's always gonna be. I cannot please everybody, so I'm gonna tell you what I thought of the movie. Harry, Ron, and Hermione are no longer at Hogwarts, which really separates this movie from any of the other ones. They're on the run trying to destroy all 7 Horcruxes in order to take down Voldemort in Part 2, which will come out July of next year. I was lucky enough to have the time to reread Deathly Hallows. I actually went to the midnight book release 3 years ago. I actually have my box here. Do not open until July. Hallows. This is where I stopped, which is about right where the movie stopped, before seeing this movie. So it was really fresh in my mind. So the first thing I want to say is I was really impressed with how close a lot of what they got was with the book to the movie. Normally it's hard to do that, but they have 2 movies to do it, so they had more time to put in smaller details. And having read this literally 2 days before I saw the movie, I was really impressed, especially with the first half, of how accurate a lot of the things from the book were. Things were changed, they're always going to be that way, and I'll talk about that a little later, but that was what I was really impressed with. This movie is a lot of exposition. It's a lot of backstory. What are the Deathly Hallows? Where are the Horcruxes located? Reading through the first half of this book was hard the first time I read it, because I just wanted to see what happened, get to the climax, get to the, get to the big part of this book, what I've been waiting for. So the movie, I was worried. I was like, okay, they're splitting it into 2 parts. The first part's gonna be what? I really did like how it just kept moving, even though it was kind of a informational movie. It also feels different, just like the books do. It took a while to get adjusted to it, but I'm like, here are these 3 characters, they've grown so much, they're 17 now, so they're not at Hogwarts anymore, and you really see what's at stake in this movie more than any of the other ones. So I did like that it did have that different feel than the other movies do. My dislikes were small. I can overlook them because I was impressed with the movie, more so than I think Half-Blood Prince, but that's iffy. Where, little things were always going to be off. I won't get into it. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but one character who was supposed to die in the books, and you guys know what I'm talking about, he didn't die. I was like, that was kind of a crap out for me. I was like, I was really excited to get to that point, and then it just kind of like fell over. There was an animation sequence explaining the Deathly Hallows, and I don't even want to get into that. I just didn't like it. It was just not good. Also, they went way further on it than I thought they were. Just to show you, I got as far as the book, as about where the movie did. So here is Part 1, Deathly Hallows movie. Here is Part 2. I realize the ending has a lot of action. I reread it a lot. But I'm a little worried because they went really far into the book for this Part 1. And lastly, there was a certain kiss scene between 2 certain characters. Not the one that happens first, within like the first half an hour. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. It was weird. I mean, I read it in the book, and I'm not a prude by any means, but it was awkward, and everyone in the theater was like, huh? After it happened, so that was kind of weird. My only concern for this movie is how is the general public gonna like it? Those of you who don't read the Harry Potter books. I hope you'll be able to understand it, and I hope you'll be able to keep up, but it's a lot going on. Even in the book, there are a lot of subplots, so I hope that it will be enough where it can be like any other Harry Potter film where you can follow it if you haven't read the books, but I'm a little worried for this one. So all in all, I was really impressed with the movie, considering it was mostly, I mean, there was action, no duh, but considering it was mostly an expositional, the first half of the book is a lot of backstory, I was really impressed. I enjoyed the movie, but I know a lot of you may feel different, but that's my review, so I hope that you guys enjoyed, and post your comments below, rate and subscribe, and I will see you next year, for those of you who only watch my movie reviews, next year for Deathly Hallows Part 2.